And we're back. Wayward Souls, the double tap in. If you watched last show, then you already know what this show is going to be about. And in reality, if you've watched any of the shows, then you have no idea what the show is going to be about. Neither do we.
Because we don't. We have a rough idea of what we're going to talk about, but we've seen how fast we get off track.
Yeah, if we ever get to it, that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah. So last show, we got talking about there was briefly mentioned what was for dinner last night at the Wayward Souls, which I'll post that today. So when you're watching this, scroll back in the group, the Wayward Souls at the Double Tap In podcast group on Facebook to April 29th, and you'll see that we had quite the feast. We were fortunate that we had some friends give us some deer steak and some tenderloin, which you have good friends, some really good friends.
Oh, yes.
When you get some tenderloin from somebody. So huge shout out to I'm going to throw him out there. You know who it is. We love him. We're trying to get him on the show, but he's not coming. Doug Andrews. Cheers, my friend. And cheers. Good morning.
Good morning. It is morning.
So Doug, actually, I think the girls were coming over. I think the girls were in town. Sandy was in, and I think I was at work, and they had said something about come over to see Little Man. I said, sure, go ahead, set it up with Rachel. I'll be at work. And as a part of that text back and forth, they had asked if we wanted some venison. And just like if anybody ever asks if we want really any kind of meat, the answer is always yes. So they brought that over. We got around to cooking that up last night, and holy cow, it was amazing. I think this is the first time I've had venison steak next to venison tenderloin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And to be able to do that side by side comparison was eye opening. I mean, I knew you could look and see which was which, but just the taste and the tenderness and all of that. The steak was phenomenal. The venison tenderloin was out of this world.
Yes.
And it was holy.
Was it a bone-in steak?
No.
Okay.
It was a roast. They had cut into probably 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch slices.
Yep.
We then marinated.
That's how I prefer my venison steaks. I'm not a big bone-in venison steak fan for some reason.
Yeah. Even if you buy like the cowboy steak, that big ribeye with the big old piece of bone, like how much of what you're paying for is the weight of that bone?
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm not going to eat it. Like, just give me the steak. That's what I want.
Yep. And that's what's going to end up on your plate. So,
yeah. So we did that with, it was pretty much your typical Eastern Shore summer dinner. Some
I know it looked good. I'm salivating. I just salivated right then thinking about the slab of corn on the cob, the meat. Damn, it looked good.
My gosh, yeah. And I tell you what, this is the second time we've had corn on the cob, and it's still early, but the corn is so sweet. I think it's going to be a great year for corn. Again, I know it's not local, but if the stuff that we're getting in now is good, I am super excited to see what the local corn is going to be, because it's always better.
Yes.
But I'm very excited. So we had the venison steaks, corn on the cob. I did some peas, some frozen peas, and I boiled them in some vegetable broth and some butternut squash, roasted butternut squash. Mm-hmm. And it was phenomenal. So
it looked good.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good. So good.
Yeah.
I sent the picture to Doug, and he's like, that is a classic Eastern Shore dinner. And without a doubt, it is. The only thing that it's missing is maybe like a little bit of seafood of some kind, like a striped bass, some crab, something local again.
Yeah.
And like that's it. But
surf and turf.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Yeah. Ah, damn. Yeah, I've got several roasts from the deer I harvested this year. And you said that, and I said, shit, I need to pull one of those out and steak it. Make little medallions and grill that up. Because, last episode we were discussing the grill. Venison's damn good on the grill, too.
Oh, my gosh. How do you do your venison?
Tell a story. Years ago, and I think I've told it on here before, we would have swap qualification days down at the range, and it was an all-day thing, and we cooked for it and all that shit. Well, I marinate my venison in sweet Vidalia onion dressing and slap that shit on the grill, go to a medium rare. There's not. I could take in on those days. I could have done an entire deer.
Oh yeah,
and there wouldn't have been anything left.
No.
Typically, that's how I'll marinate it and throw it on. If it's the burger, holy shit, man, you're unlimited. That's why typically I get more burger than I get anything else.
Yeah.
There's something about venison spaghetti, venison chili, venison, all that other stuff. That is, now, if I'm making venison meatloaf, I'll mix it. I'll mix it with burger.
Yep.
So I mix it for that. I mix it for burgers.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, holy shit.
Yeah.
Venison fucking tacos are amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
I just saw something this morning scrolling through where they took, they did like some fire roasted corn on the cob and did a street corn dip, right? Hang on, it's going to get better. And then they took ground venison and browned that. And then they made some guacamole and they did venison street corn tacos. And I was like, holy shit, that would be amazing.
Do you know who the guacamole king is? Dale.
Really?
From his time in Texas?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you, I could take or leave guacamole. Dale comes over, we're doing fajitas or tacos or something, and he made guacamole. Wow, is all I can say.
Yeah. What's the consistency? Is it a little chunky or is it like blended? Okay.
No, a little chunky.
All right, perfect.
Mixed with a fork.
Yep.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Well, sounds like at some point we've talked about this since we've started the show, but getting a Wayward Soles of the Double Tap In fan fest. At some point we actually need to like shit or get off the pot.
Right. But, yeah, I agree. Yep.
Yeah. Dale, you're gonna have to bring some guacamole.
Yeah.
I tell you, my kids will fuck up some guacamole. Harper and Lincoln both. Like just like by the time they're done with it, they're like Lincoln specifically covered in it. Harper
I know that if I am low on my healthy fat or low on my protein, that I need some guacamole. And it's not nearly as good, but those little guac cups that you get at Food Line, if I take that and doctor that up a little bit, it's palatable, and I'll use that as a spread for something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought you said when when you're running low on your your fat and your protein, you call Dale. I was like, we don't need to know the rest of that story.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I'm not making guac because he can, and I can't match it, so I'm not even gonna try. That's a lie. I've tried a couple times, and I just can't get it.
Yeah, I think I make it pretty good guac, but for a guy that lived in Texas,
yeah, man,
I'm not gonna hold a candle to that.
Yeah,
so.
Good. It was real good.
And knowing Dale's attention to detail, like he's not going to let somebody else eat something that's not good,
right,
or not great. You know, like that's just knowing Dale the way that I do. So
yep, yeah, a lot of truth in that.
Yeah. So yeah, tonight we are doing the balsamic caprese flank steak that has been popping up all over the social media. Let me see if I can.
Like you say, I wish I could eat it.
Yeah, the tomatoes, right?
Mm-hmm. I would do everything but the tomatoes.
Well, don't do tomatoes.
Yeah. You know my caprese salad story, right?
It almost
Valentine's Day. Go to dinner. Do I now?
It almost killed you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that set my and I made the comment at the table. What's it going to do? Put me in the hospital?
Yeah, actually.
Actually. Hi, Mr. Hickman. You were almost perforated. Well, we can't be having shit in my abdomen, so let's get it taken care of. Oh, that's beautiful. Holy shit. For those of you who listen and don't watch, he's showing a picture of what he's talking about, and it looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so in this picture, we have this flank steak that is a beautiful medium rare. It's medium at most. And then they've grilled the tomatoes. They've got the balsamic glaze over top, and they've got the little mozzarella pearls, which is just fun to say.
Yep.
Sprinkled throughout. And it looks so good. I'm so excited for dinner. Yeah. Yeah. It says 1 cup fresh mozzarella balls halved. Guess what? They're not getting halved.
Nope. Full balls.
Yeah. Full balls in your mouth. So, what's this?
Keep it in there long enough, they won't be full.
No, they won't. That's the nice thing about that.
Yep.
So yeah, I think this could be another night. I think this time I'm gonna give the flank steaks a little smoke on one of the pellet grills, and then have the egg style, the keg running hot. Give it a sear and pull them off.
That's a hell of a plan.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, we shouldn't do this on days that I'm fasting.
Well, you're not going to be fasting tonight.
My stomach is rumbling, dude. And normally it doesn't rumble like this on day 2 of the fast. Yeah. My head is hearing everything you're talking about, and it's releasing the acid in my gut.
Saying, what the fuck is this?
Fuck yeah. I'm going to have blue stomach if this keeps up.
I think I have 2 ears of corn left over, so I might cut that corn off of there.
Yeah,
and make a little. I might do a street corn dip.
Little street corn. Yeah,
fuck it, why not? Yeah, I'm in charge here. Rachel's not here.
You're safe right now.
Rach, all right, yeah, we're good. I'm in charge here.
Damn it.
Now,
oh my goodness,
4 o'clock is a completely different story.
Right. That's when you relinquish the crown.
I put that fucker back like I never even had it on.
With your sash and your crown parading around the living room.
That's right. And my high heels, I like to feel pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lincoln's broom.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I put all that shit back before she gets home, and make sure to get a little extra dusting, a little polish, take my fingerprints off of it. It's
Good
like
to
I
go.
never had it on. Yeah. I'm not the smartest, but I'm smart enough. That's for sure. So
We know the truth.
yeah. Yeah. Which I'm okay with.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So um I think the other thing that I'm really excited about was yesterday. I had to make I did Sam's Club, I did Food Line, I was all over the place. And while I was at Food Line, the sales that they have going on right now, it's like they're trying to get me. Like they're like, we know you're coming, Ben. Get your wallet out because we're gonna rape it.
Yeah.
Like, well, fun fact, I don't carry a wallet. So
That's going to be my day today.
yeah, get ready. Get ready because and I'm telling you, the other thing you need to do is when you're there, go check the T-bones to see if they still have them marked down.
Yeah.
Because
4 stops today.
yeah.
Got to do Walmart. Like I said, the other episode, looking for some Wagyu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit Aldi because of you.
Because
then I'm going to stop by John Whitmire's at Crabs to Go and pick up some lump.
Oh, that's right.
Or the Crab Imperial to go with the flounder I caught yesterday.
That's right.
Then coming towards home, I need to go into Food Line and grab some staple stuff because I'm just about out of creamer and I ain't going to have that shit.
Yeah, we're not having that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I got to make a couple stops.
Yeah. Tell me about your fishing escapade yesterday. 2 really nice flounders.
Yeah. So I woke up yesterday, looked outside, and I said, something is really different. And I don't know what it is yet. And it took me about an hour to figure out that the wind wasn't blowing.
Yeah, so there's no wind.
And I went, fuck yeah. So out to Assateague Island I went, put over there at the state park, and did a couple drifts through the channel between the Verrazano Bridge and Castaways Campground and came away with 2 doormats.
Nice.
So I'm real happy with that.
Yeah. Anybody go with you?
Broke the flounder ice for the year and
nice.
Good to go.
Anybody go with you?
Nope, just me. Huh. Just me and my 8 personalities. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have any missed phone calls.
Yeah. It was I wanted it to be a quick trip, but I was having such a good time just sitting back in my chair running the trolling motor, trolling for flounder that I took my turtle box. I played Jimmy Buffett radio.
So everybody on the Eastern Shore could hear it. I thought I heard a little Jimmy Buffett that afternoon.
You did. You sure as hell did. And so did the 10 other boats that was fishing around me. And I did not give a fuck at all.
Nice.
Ran into a friend of mine yesterday. I'm backing the G3 in. There are a couple dudes who are bringing a workboat out. And then I could see a Maycraft that was just off the end of the dock a little bit. And I looked over at that Maycraft and I said, that's Derek Babcock. I know who that is. And he said something to the guys with the barge. They started to hurry up and Derek yelled at him, don't worry, I'm not pulling out. And I yelled, I heard that about you. And he did what? He goes, I thought that was you. Da, da, da. So we get chit-chatting and one of the dudes on the barge says, I wish I'd pulled out. And I went, oh, shit, here we go.
Oh, my.
He said, I got a 14-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a newborn. I went, dude.
Man.
Yeah, so that tells me he divorced the first one and just knocked the second one up.
Yeah. But like 4 years apart.
10 years apart between the first two, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
4 years between the other one.
Like that, I understand. Like you said,
Yeah.
had the first one, or it was like a whoops. Like,
Yep.
hey, look, that was a great time.
Yep.
This
Exactly.
ain't gonna work. Like,
Bless his heart.
4 and a newborn.
Yep.
Harper and Lincoln are 3 years apart, and that is like spot on. That's good. I think if there was another year in there, I'd be off my lemon spread.
Josh and Matt are almost Irish twins. Real close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My niece and nephew are like 15, 18 months apart, something like that. Yeah. They weren't, and probably not. I don't think it's anything that they wouldn't share, but they weren't planning on having a second because of the complications that they had with their first. And then next thing you know, here comes little man. Well, next thing you know, here comes little man, and like, holy cow, the cutest little dude like that there is, like, looks just like his dad, and is like just, oh, he's so cool. Now and now it's like, how can you imagine
life without him?
Yeah.
Exactly right.
So
I'm going to come home after doing the shopping with my crab meat, and I'm going to make a little crab imperial.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to stuff the biggest doormat and bake that bitch. And that is going to be tonight's meal, where we're coming off of our fast.
I tell you what, when you guys come off your fast, it's in style every time.
Yep, we try.
Now,
sometimes we just want a cheeseburger.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Correct. But the rest of the time, I've had 2 freaking days to think about what I'm going to break my fast with.
And how you're going to prepare it. Like,
yes,
like a sous vide steak. Like, well, we're going to have this tomorrow. Yep. I'm going to start it right
now. Yeah, exactly. That's how that works.
Yeah.
And when I caught the first fish yesterday, that's immediately what popped in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Was crab imperial stuffed flounder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's an idea.
Less.
You have 2 flounders.
Yeah.
Do you have to stuff the crab imperial into one of them when you could stuff it between them?
Right. I am going to deliver flounder number 2 across the way here.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's going to go. So, but it's going to go over there, and Mom can do whatever she wants with it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Now I'm thinking that if you get 2 smaller flounders, floundi, whatever the fuck it is,
flounder.
That instead of trying to stuff it into one, you stuff it between 2.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
That's right. I saw something where they did, I think it was tuna or salmon. It was salmon. And they did like a pinwheel.
Oh.
They put some kind of like, I want to say it was some kind of like cream cheese or some kind of like thing on the fillet, and then rolled it up and then cut it into pinwheels. I was like, fuck, that looked amazing. I've seen that with the skirt steak. And we did it at work, and that was very good.
I've seen that with chimichurri, and you wrap it and
the one we did was it was provolone, like sauteed onions, and some kind of seasoning, some kind of like broadleaf herb, maybe basil or some shit like that, and put that in there, and then what we were supposed to do, but we didn't have like the baking or the butcher's twine, is tie it up, cut them, so it would cook more even, because the center was very rare as we worked through it. But then came back next shift, and I think we did tacos out of it, so it all worked out.
Yeah. Damn, I bet that was good.
Yeah.
So getting back to venison real quick, when I think I've said it before, but there's a cut called the minute steak or the shaved venison. And it looks just like a minute steak when it's done. It's just they take a roast, they par freeze it, they put it in a slicer, they slice it, and you get little strips. That makes a hell of a taco also.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I'm a big fan.
Do I know?
I said I'm a big fan of like taking that steak or taking like a bigger cut of meat and cutting it down and making your tacos out of that. Like,
yes,
it doesn't always have like ground beef tacos, white people tacos, fantastic.
Yes.
But if you take a cut of meat and cut it down for taco meat, oh my gosh. Like, like we do when we do chicken tacos, like I'll either cube it up or I'll cut the thighs and right.
God damn, dude. Bad day to do this. Bad day.
Sorry.
I'm going to dehydrate.
Right. But yeah, like you can take really any cut of meat and cut it down to put it in a taco. Like that's
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And again, getting back to the basics of cooking venison, don't overcook it.
Yeah.
And if you want to toughen it up real quick, overcook it. So that's when I'm real cautious doing my tacos with the shaved beef or the shaved venison. I'm real cautious about how long I cook it, because I don't want it to get to that leathery state. That's no fun for anybody.
Right. And I think even if I were to do that, like I think I would take the steaks and I would I would dice those up a little. Like I would cook it as the steak. So that way it's a little easier to manage the temperature, and then cube it up or dice or strip it up. So that way I'm not like racing the clock, like throw it on, pull it back off. And
well, I was getting ready to say about that is if you're slicing it first and then throwing it on, you might as well say it's already cooked before you ever put it on, because it's going to go that fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like
so you need to,
like you literally take it past the heat that fast and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't even have time for the seasoning, where I like your idea. I like it, because that way the seasoning has a chance to do its work and all that.
Yeah. So you do your marinade, a sweet Vidalia onion dressing.
Yes.
We do, and I don't know where we got this marinade. I think it was when Dad first started hunting. We got this tenderloin marinade, but I marinated the steaks in it. And it's soy sauce, honey. Oh, the fuck. Soy sauce, honey, Italian dressing, wine vinegar, which I used red wine vinegar, a chopped onion, and a clove of garlic. Mix that all up. And this says to let it marinate for 24 hours. I determined Sunday when we got home in the evening that we were going to have venison the next night. So I had to pull it out of the freezer. So it only marinated for a couple hours. But still, it was...
That's all I do with it typically. It takes flavor really well anyway.
Yeah.
And it's venison. I don't want to cover up the venison flavor as much. So yeah, that's typically what I do. I mean, hell, when we have training, I would pull it the night before, get it thawed out, drop it in the gallon Ziploc bag, add the bottle, mix it up. It goes in the cooler and goes to the range.
Yeah.
So yeah, what, 4 hours, 5 hours, maybe?
Yeah. 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 I tell you, the other thing is comparing that meat, that raw meat versus the stuff that you see in the store,
Mm-hmm.
and just how much redder and more vibrant it is. And then you taste it and the flavor that matches it. Like, it's just so much more flavorful.
Yep.
It really speaks to the quality of meat and the freshness. Like, yeah, it was frozen, but like,
yeah, I've said it before, we'll say it again. You let me cook venison for you, and I can pretty much. There's still the oddball out there that nope, can't do it. Da 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 da. So let me cook it for you, cook it right, and then give me your honest opinion about it. And I guarantee you'll be a venison lover after that.
Yeah.
90% of the people overcook their venison.
Yeah.
And then they're turned off forever to it, and all that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, the venison street corn tacos was, I think the title or the caption was, if you need to make somebody love venison, use this.
Yeah.
I was like, well, fucking, you can do that with anything and I'll love it. Like,
yep. Yeah. Years ago, we'd have people over. I mean, when I was working, we'd have my ride-alongs. Would eat dinner here. They would do all that.
Mm-hmm.
People always FTOing. We'd always have dinner, and it got to the point they stopped asking if it was venison or not.
Yeah.
One, because they knew that at some point it was going to be venison. Two,
Yeah,
they couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And three, it was all fucking good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
yep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. I want to do the Mississippi pot roast with a venison roast.
Oh.
That's on my list.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Did we talked about what Tom wants to do with a pork butt in a Mississippi pot roast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I need to text him to see if he's done that, because I think he cooks
Thursdays
is their potluck.
Yeah.
So I'll have to see if he's going to do that.
Yeah.
So,
sounds good to me.
Yeah. Doesn't sound bad. That's for sure.
No.
So, well, all right, folks, this is where we're going to wrap this show up. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Go into the group when this airs. So this show is going to air, should be the end of June. Go into the group, put in the comments for this show what your recipes and what you love to do with venison. That's the whole point of the group. What we wanted to do is to share this kind of stuff, not just what we're doing. I'll put the marinade in there that I used, but what you guys do and the stuff that you've tried with your venison, because again, that's what this is all about. I think one of the cool things, just recently somebody had posted about cutting a pork butt into pieces and then smoking that. I put in the comments on that I had heard about butterflying it and then smoking it for pulled pork. So if ever I get around to that, I'll put that in there. But again, that's what the group is for everybody to share. We're up to, it's over 330 members, which is awesome.
I think I looked yesterday, we were just shy of 350.
Holy cow. Yeah, because I think a bunch of more people from Dale joined. So thank you guys for participating. For
343 is where we're at right now.
Oh, interesting number.
Yep.
So again, share what you're doing. Show us what you got cooking. Some really amazing stuff has come across there, and we'll keep it up. So thanks for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.